All right. Good evening, everyone. Derek Brown checking in with you. Tonight, we're going to be going live at the top of the hour in about 5 minutes. So if you're watching this via video after the fact, you can fast forward about 5 minutes. We'll be starting at the top of the hour. Hey, guys, make sure you forward this information. Tonight, we have a phenomenal presentation, focus group for you, demonstration, and we're going to cover our 10 and win, the League of Legends 10 and win freedom strategy tonight as well. It's going to be short and sweet. I was getting ready to say the last part of what I was thinking. You don't have to be long to be strong. So definitely, guys, we're going to be getting started at the top of the hour. I believe we have a few more moments. Yes, we do. Again, be sure to share. We have some phenomenal information to share with y'all tonight. And do keep in mind, again, if you're watching this broadcast via video, you can fast forward for a few moments so you're not sitting and waiting. We have approximately 2.5 minutes before we launch with the League of Legends presentation brought to you by the Hoffa Network. You all will obviously also see, if you're watching through a link that was shared with you through one of our Hoffa Network marketers, you'll see a link. One says getting started, the green one, and I think there's a yellow one that says trial products, or the colors could be vice versa. Of course, I can't see them at the moment, but you'll have an opportunity, if you like what you see in the next few short moments, to literally do so. Either get started, and I'm going to be sharing with you what you would be potentially getting started with, or you could simply hit the try product button. So again, I think we have about 1 minute, guys. We like to be very mindful of the time and start right at the top of the hour. Make sure I do a little adjustments on the screen so that you all will be able to see everything. There we go. So again, guys, we have about 1 minute. I'll give you some quick announcements as we speak. Our founders of this awesome vision are actually in Jamaica, in Kingston, Jamaica. They're actually looking for or hunting out, and it looks like they found and have actually two choices of physical location for this awesome venue that you're about to see through Nspire Network. And we have several events going on all across the country as well. So I believe it is now at the top of the hour. So again, welcome everyone. Welcome to our live presentation. My name is Derek Brown. I am a top producer with Nspire Network, and it is my distinct pleasure to bring to you all tonight what we know for a fact is literally the best venue on the planet. Now, we're very focused on helping people in two categories. saving lives, health-wise, and from a financial standpoint as well. So I want to let you know, a short while ago, a good friend of mine literally invited me over to his home, and I went by, and there was a living legend there. And the living legend is actually one of the co-founders, Mr. Damon Coleman, who's now our global director of sales. He reached in his pocket and pulled this out. Now, ladies, you know what this is. Gentlemen, you might be laughing. And I started to get up and walk out myself. So you'll see why in just a few short moments that it's a great thing that I decided to stay. And if you're a man, I want you to pay close attention. But ladies, I want you to notice something. As you see, and you know this is called a sanitary napkin. We're going to see that could potentially be a little false advertising because, number one, while you see this hadn't been opened, you'll notice that it's actually always already open. It has these air pockets here. The reason for these air pockets is that the adhesive that's used to allow this to stick to the garment is actually the same grade adhesive that's in duct tape. So if they sealed it, the chemical compound that's in here would make this packaging balloon up. And of course, people would be concerned if they saw that. So they have to have air vents to allow it to breathe. So a lot of women let us know that when they put this in their purse, fingernail pieces, makeup crumbs, all types of things get in there, and you have to shake it, maybe blow it off. But I want you to pay attention to something else. Now, so that means basically that it may not be too sanitary if it's already open. I want you to notice this, ladies and gentlemen, this is a 10-hour protection system. Ladies, have you ever worn one of these for 10 hours? Probably not. Has it ever held you for anywhere near that long? Probably not. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this a little closer so you can get a good look. They actually took me in the kitchen and put what I'm going to refer to as Exhibit B right here on the kitchen counter. I'm a little surprised, but I was even more surprised when he reached in his other pocket and pulled this out. And as you'll notice, this packaging is a lot thinner, a lot smaller, but I want you to pay close attention because it's also totally sealed. There are no air vents or air pockets, so at least we can agree that this is a true sanitary item, correct? So I, again, have a unique way of opening these. I rip it on the side, and it usually pops out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but we just roll right along. Now, the reason why our packaging can be completely sealed is because the adhesive that is used on the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin is a food-based grade adhesive, and therefore there are no chemicals in this product whatsoever, and so we can seal it and make it a true sanitary item. Now, when the founders of this company were doing their R&D, research and development, they talked with a lot of OBGYNs, and they found that when a woman is in this special time of the month, we call it the feminine flow, that she exudes 15 to 50 milliliters of fluid on a daily basis. So we're going to simulate that by putting 50 milliliters of water, and you can see right where that is, right on 50 milliliters. We're going to put that in Exhibit B, which is the store-bought pad. And I wish you were here to feel it because it's pretty coarse to the touch, whereas the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin is very, very, very soft to the touch. And that's why it's known as the world's most comfortable sanitary napkin as well. So we're obviously going to put 50 milliliters in the beaker again, and we're going to put it onto what we also refer to as the dry pad. And you're going to see why that name is going to be a household term very, very shortly. Now, some of you may be wondering, why is a man showing this to me? I have a question for you. Very simple. If you were on fire, would it matter if a man or a woman ran up to you with a water hose to put you out? Would it? No, it wouldn't. Well, we're submitting to you in maybe kind of funny way that a lot of women have literally been on fire due to some of the composition in these store-bought items. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a regular napkin. We're going to place it over Exhibit B, which is a store-bought brand. I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to press, and I'm going to press. And I only have to press twice, soaking wet. Ladies, this is the issue right here. Now, when a woman is in this time of the month, when she's standing or laying down, or if I tell a good enough joke, that's when the feminine flow is taking place, right? Here's the problem. When you're sitting down, because this system is failing you, all the toxins that God meant to leave your body. Understand, these toxins are supposed to be out of the body. That's what God designed it to do in this special time of the month. But because the system is failing you when a woman is sitting, there's a reverse percolation taking place because the absorbency system is not working and it's pulling in all those toxins right back in the body. Henceforth, a lot of the issues that women have been suffering in silence with. Now, I'm going to take another napkin right from the house. I'm going to have to use my right hand. I'm going to place this right over the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. I want you guys to notice this. I'm going to press, press, press. As a matter of fact, I could beat it down completely dry. Ladies and gentlemen, we're basically done. Do you want to be wet and uncomfortable or dry and comfortable? It's that simple. We're going to take it a step further today. And show you the composition of both of these pads. Now, the store-bought brand, a lot of women have said, you know what, I've been wearing that for the majority of my life, never thought to even look to see what it was composed of. Well, even if you look, you probably wouldn't find anything because the ingredients or the composition of this particular item is not on the packaging. I wonder why. There would be a revolution if they actually put potentially what these things were made of on the packaging. Now, this is the first layer. It's soaking wet still, very coarse as well. And this is the first thing that's touching our women's bodies. And this is where a lot of the irritation is coming from that women deal with. Now, the second layer looks real pretty when you're looking at it through the first layer. But I want to submit to you, look at that. That's blue dye. And if you were here and could see this, there's actually a blue hue on the actual absorbency system of this store-bought brand, and it's coming from or transferring from the blue dye that's in this piece of paper, and which has really no purpose. So if it's coming from here to here with cold water in just a few moments, and you have a 98.5 or 6 degree body temperature, where else is it getting? That's right, in your bloodstream. It gets worse, unfortunately. I want you guys to look at these 2 cups. Tell me which one has the least amount of water in it. Obviously this one. We're going to take the entire absorbency system out, and we are going to put it into the cup that you got. Is that the wrong cup? Okay, I was looking wrong. I threw it in the one with the most water in it. This is what we're going to do. It pulled a little of that. We're going to put it in the one with the least amount of water, right? And then we're going to put some more water in this cup, a lot more. Let's do that. That's what we'll do. So we've got that in the cup with the least amount of water. What's funny is my right hand here is the opposite on the screen. Threw me off that quick. So now, look at the bottom of this system. The bottom of the system has no breathability or aeration at all. Reason being is, look at that. I'm a pretty strong guy and I'm pulling this. It's basically a plastic trash bag. So if you take trash and put it in a trash bag, you have a 98.5 degree body temperature. Now a woman is basically baking in this. What is this a petri dish for? That's right, bacteria. Henceforth, the reason why a lot of women have to use diflucan for up to a week, even after they're done with this precious time of the month, because they have to get their pH system back in place. So now we're obviously going to do the same with the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. Same thing we did with the store-bought brand. We're going to get this first layer off here so you can take a look at this very quickly. And this is so matter of fact and common sense. Basically, you saw the main thing on the wet and dry test. So now here we have the first layer of the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. I want you to see how that's floating. It's because it's completely dry. If you could feel it, guys, it feels like cashmere. And not only that, look at this. Look how that tears. Soft cotton. Unlike the first layer of the store-bought brand, which is made from synthetic material. Big difference, and that's where a lot of irritation comes from as well. Now, all of our products have this negative ion strip in it. Guys, this is absolutely phenomenal. Has several benefits. Negative ions are called by scientists as the vitamins of the air. They have several benefits in reference to our particular products. 3 of the main ones are, number 1, a lot of women complain about having severe menstrual cramps during that time. Now, negative ions have been known by scientists to actually relax the uterus and alleviate menstrual cramps. In addition, a lot of women complain about odor during that time. I met a lady who said she couldn't take the smell of blood. And think about that. She's actually having to deal with that at least once a month for the majority of her life. The average woman starts, 13, 12, even younger, and on into their late 40s, early 50s, right? Serious length of time from the exposures to something that could be potentially toxic. I want you to understand that. A woman can have up to 17,000 exposures to this product and they never even realize that the ingredients wasn't on the package. Well, we're here to make you aware and bring it to the forefront. This was a taboo subject, not anymore. We're putting it right on the table, literally, right? The negative ion strip, guys, kills bacteria, negative ions, and that eliminates odor. And we have thousands of testimonies of women whose odor issues, as well as their cramping issues, have been significantly reduced, if not eliminated altogether. My favorite is the fact that a lot of women tend to be a little cranky during that time of the month. But guess what? This negative ion strip, guys, is absolutely phenomenal. It actually balances the pH system. We have women that wear, this is the day pad that I'm demonstrating for you. We have women that wear the panty liners even when they're not in their feminine flow, simply because it keeps them cool, dry, and fresh. And the negative ions, ladies and gentlemen, actually been known to give women energy and all types of things. But the main thing is it balances their pH, so they have a feeling of well-being and a sense of calmness. Now, you obviously know this cup has more water in it. We just dropped that one in for a second, but we put a lot more water in there as well. So I want you guys to see this absorbency test. Then we're going to jump right into our phenomenal 10-in-1 system, because I know what you're seeing is already a no-brainer to you. So we're going to take this, and you can see how beautifully this is encased in this outer layer. We're going to put it in there and let it do what it should do, okay? Now, I want you to look at this bottom layer on the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin, also known as the world's most comfortable sanitary napkin, also known as the dry pad. And you can see those strips, like little runway strips. Well, I'm going to submit to you, you can see it even better if I pull this little part off. Ladies and gentlemen, if I put this over a cup of steam, we have tests, we have videos with this. If I put this over a cup of steam, you'll be able to see the steam come through, which means it's breathable and porous. I poured water on top of it, it would actually hold the water. Don't ask me how it does it, but we have I don't have a personal testimony, but we have thousands of testimonies of women that say the pad is so comfortable they actually forgot they were wearing it. And look at this. Does this look like a plastic trash bag? Plastic wouldn't tear that easy and that light. Let's wrap this portion up. How long has the store-bought brand been in here? Probably about 5-6 minutes. I want you guys to look at some. Does it look like it's working? I'm going to prove to you. And there's a color change as well. It's starting to get a little darker, a little yellowish. You see that? Getting a little yellow tinge to it there. Now, I'm going to prove to you that it's not working. Look at this. Look at that. And not only that, there's no absorbency going on whatsoever. This is why you're changing so many times a day. This is why you're so uncomfortable from the moisture that's brewing, the bacteria, everything else that's going on. I could keep squeezing this and keep squeezing this. It's just going to keep pouring, guys. Look at that. It looks like, you know what? Here's the funny thing. We didn't put any more water in, well, we dropped it in the other cup for a second, but that's a lot more than 50 milliliters. It's absolutely almost unnerving how this absorbency system is not doing its job at all, right? So now what we're going to do is, we know this has been in for what, about 4 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. I want you to pay close attention. Not one drop of water, not one drop, guys. As a matter of fact, what we just did was we turned a liquid, I can't, look how hard that is even to get out, into a solid. This is why women are so comfortable. So ladies and gentlemen, that actually was very impressive to me. But what was even more impressive to me was the actual campaign that the company leads with, the Now We Know campaign. I want you to go to nowweknow.net, NOWENO.net, and you'll see all the details on the product, right? This is our day pad, this is our night pad, this is our overnight pad, this is our panty liner. Here's the insane part. They're all $5. Are you kidding me now? So you can literally click buy now, order it, and it will come straight to your door. Phenomenal. Now, some of you may want to actually help us with this actual campaign. I want you to know that the Now We Know campaign is the brainchild of Nspire Network's founders and is consistent with us being mission-driven people, which we have on all of our swag and Nspire clothing as well. Mission-driven people. It's right in line with that, and it's where we're literally going to mosques, synagogues, churches, organizations, fraternities, sororities, universities, all in an effort 5K runs. I'm not ready for a 10K. I'm barely preparing for our 5K walk. It's a walk/run, right? Because some of us will be walking, some people will be running. And we have these 5K walks at least 4 to 5 times a year in different cities. We have bowling tournaments, basketball tournaments planned. All of this is in an effort to bring awareness to the millions of women who've been suffering in silence through the Now We Know campaign. Now, some of you are going to decide to assist us in getting this word out. Now, we have a phenomenal compensation program that pays us 6 ways. But tonight, I want to show you all a simple strategy that can literally allow you to go understand that all examples on the compensation program are no way a projection of income, and everything is determined on your coachability, teachability, and your hard work. But we have a compensation program that's literally changing people's lives. 6 ways that we earn a compensation, and you can see details on the individual's website that invited you. But tonight I want to show you a strategy that our organization is initiating called the 10 and Win strategy. Question for you before we show this, and we're going to wrap up. Based on what you saw tonight, a product that every single woman is using, even if they're past this stage, guess what women are doing? They're using the panty liners because a lot of women have incontinence issues. Guess what they're doing even if they're in menopausal state? Using the panty liner because the negative ion strip actually balances their pH and keeps them from the hot flashing issue as well. Have a lot of testimonies on that. So these packages are $5. Based on what you saw tonight, do you think that you can literally show 10 people who just want to be customers? So you can simply build customers here, or you can build distributors, or both, right? Our focus is really on customers. But for those of you who want to, potentially change your zip code or want to get the full financial benefit, potential financial benefit of assisting us in getting this campaign out, there is a strong compensation program. And I'm going to show you a little strategy tonight. So first question again, do you think you can have 10 people that literally just at least try one of these $5 packs a month? 10 people. If your answer is yes, my next question is, do you think you can have 10 people in addition to the 10 customers? 10 customers is a joke. And these 10 customers will literally go to your website and order. It's not like you have to meet with them and hand it to them. You have a customer link as well as a distributor link. All right, so I'm seeing a lot of hearts and a lot of yeses. Everybody says they can get 10 customers to buy a minimum of one $5 pack. Now, if you decide to become a distributor with Nspire Network, it costs a whopping $35 every 12 months. $35 a year. You heard me right. And you're going to get a world-class level website, as I said, that's going to allow you to share with distributors and acquire customers as well. So you pay $35 one time, once a year, and then you get on what's called auto ship. Because if you're going to talk about it, you need to what? Be about it. Now, we have a full campaign for men. For sake of time, I won't get into that. The individual that shared this video with you, get back with them and they can share you that information. But we have prostate products, 100% natural, testosterone products, testosterone booster, memory enhancer pills. We have a full line of products that are coming aboard, a stem trim product that will allow you to burn fat and give you the stem cell balance that you need as well. In addition to that, guys, we have memory enhancers and we have 100% natural, let's say, relationship enhancers for men and women. So we have a full line of products. So you, again, would get on auto ship. It would literally be what's called 35 CB, about 65, no more than $70 a month, okay? Now, you can turn around and sell those products as well if you want and recoup that money back plus profit. So you would pay $35 once a year to be a distributor, get on auto ship. Let me show you what could potentially happen for you with our 10 and Win program we're going to close. I'm going to show you this very quickly tonight. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to see a little bit more of my office here.